Hello everybody, I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Danrvdtree2000 on Xbox Live, and welcome back to another video, and this time I'm doing another top 5 video, and this top 5 video is my own personal opinion, and it's based off of remakes and remastered video games. Here are my top 5 games that deserve a remake. And see you in a bit. Number 5. Round number 5 would be Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's right, I would love a HD remaster or remake of version of Roller Coaster Tycoon because it was a really good classic game to play on your PC, and I would like this to come out on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox One X, and PlayStation 5. So PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, both of those with a console version and just as easy to play as the PC Steam version. That would be fantastic. In my opinion, that would be really. It can just either be one or two ideas here. You could either have one where it's all 3 games on one disc, and you get to choose whichever one you want to play, and it's all in HD. Or you can have just that Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and bring out the others in following years. You know, for like a proper HD, you'd be able to ride the roller coasters. You can build up your Roller Coaster Tycoon from scratch, make it look like really good. Like Planet Coaster is a good game, and I can play that. It just takes a lot of time, and you have to make your lines perfect. I don't want none of that. I want just to be able to do whatever I want. You can have lines going nowhere, and being able to do what you could do back in the day and just set the whole place and go crazy. If you wanted a perfect roller coaster land, or just where roller coasters just fly off and hit people in the face and blow up. That was a really good game back in the day. Bring it back as a HD remaster. That would be my number 5, folks, as we move on to my number 4. Number 4! And number 4, I have for you the Portal Collection. Yes, I know, it's been a long time since we've seen a Portal game. Yes, we have Portal Bridge Construction that recently come out, but in order to celebrate the Portal's anniversary, I reckon it would be nice to give us a Portal HD collection for the Xbox One X, and on Steam, because I don't remember it being out on PlayStation 4, or it could have been, but But personally, I think it should be on both on the Xbox One X as the Portal and Portal 2 collection HD remastered or remake, because the graphics are really good, but I think with the enhanced and better technology that we have to make these enhanced graphics, I think that the Portal and Portal 2 would look really good, especially with the portals themselves, and just being that story and hearing GLaDOS again. You could use the old voiceover records, or you can bring in their voice actors once again. And it could maybe even add a multiplayer, the online multiplayer for both Portal 1 and Portal 2. It would be very good to see. Could you imagine there's not loads of portals everywhere instead of? It would be awesome, considering that they can't. There's a joke that's been said for years that Bethesda can't, Valve can't count to 3, so just give us a HD remake of Portal and Portal 2 in a collection 2 games on 1 disc out, 2 for the price of 1. That will be my number 4 here, and it'll be such an exciting. Imagine like the stuff that people to get on to trying to complete it, but you end up. It's a good communication game. It's a really the good story. I'd like to see that again in a HD environment. On to my number 3. Number 3. And number 3, we've, as I mentioned before, we have Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red. Were the official remakes of the Pokemon Red and Blue. And we've had Omega Ruby and Pokemon Omega Sapphire. And with the upcoming Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl remakes, as well as we had the Pokemon Yellow remakes, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. We need, and of course with the new Pokemon Snap coming up soon, what the one of the best, in fact, one of the best Pokemon games out there that was for the Nintendo 64. There were 2 of them. There was only 2. There's Pokemon Stadium and that was Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. We had the sequels like Pokemon Coliseum and Battle Royale Revolution, but there's nothing compared to Pokemon Stadium. You can have any 6 Pokemon against another 6 Pokemon with your friends. You can play party games. It was so much fun. The Nintendo, why not have a remastered Nintendo Switch version? It can be the original game with HD better graphics, or just completely remaster the entire thing, Pokemon Stadium Ultimate Edition, where it can have all of the current day Pokemon, where if you have any, and I mean any of the games from Pokemon Red, Blue, all the way to the current ones that you can, well, probably not Pokemon Red and Blue from the Game Boy, but any of them newer Nintendo DS games and Nintendo Switch games, and any of the Pokemon, you could put them on their website or something, or you can put them onto the game. If you've got any Pokemon from the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go any of the new Pokemon Switch games, you can upload them, or even from your Pokemon Go up to the Pokemon Stadium Unlimited Edition. And I mean any of them. And they could battle with once. You could pick any of the 700 plus Pokemon to battle it out and bring back that classic announcer where if you get a one-hit KO, it'll say something like, "Take him down on the word go!" And what Pokemon's coming out next? Oh, it's Bulbasaur! That was such a good, fantastic game. Bring it. I would love to see that as a remake or remastered. It wouldn't even matter to me if it was a remake and under the Nintendo Switch graphics. That would be good. If it was under the if it was the same thing, but it was a completely brand new remastered, revamped version, that would be awesome too. But that would be my 3rd choice for a remastered or remake game, as we go on to number 2. Number 2. Action. And number 2 would be the Left 4 Dead Collection HD Remastered. Basically, it's, in Left 4 Dead 2, you can play through the Left 4 Dead, the Left 4 Dead campaigns and the Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns, including the DLCs. But you get the jockey, the charger, and the spitter. Well, I reckon there should be a remastered Xbox One X version, or even if Xbox One X and Xbox One remastered version of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, they can come out at the same time on the same disc. You can play the remastered version of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, and you can even do it online, where you can just like on the Halo Master Chief Collection, you can switch between the old graphics and the newer graphics. You could, because like I said earlier in this video, Valve can't count to 3, so why not just give us 2 of the best games that Valve ever released, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, all in one game, remastered, or remade, I should say, just better quality graphics. Could you imagine the fun times you can have by doing a versus, a survival, online, working as a team through the campaign? The AI director being 10 times more smart, sending out tags whenever they want to, from the easiest difficulty to the most hardest difficulty. You know, brand new, the same achievements with some brand new achievements thrown in there. You know, it may be even a new mode where you can mix the characters together and throw in and it will interactive line, brand new interactive lines with brand new 4 brand new campaigns where you can mix match the characters from Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, the survivors. That would be fun to do. Just you know, you can bring back Bill, and you know, just that on itself would be a fun idea. A HD remake of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 will be a fun game to play, in my opinion. I met one of my friends on it over a Left 4 Dead 2 multiplayer campaign, and yeah, we've had a bit ups and downs, but my God, we both agree that Left 4 Dead needs at least a sequel. But if not, this is something that's better. A HD version of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. But that is just my number 2, and we'll go on to number 1. Number 1. Number 1 is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Remastered. Because let's face it, the one that we got on the Xbox 360, which is also backwards compatible, which is the one I use for my recordings, the one that I've been showing you from start to finish, is buggy as hell, and it's not an official remaster. It's just the mobile phone edition put into Xbox 360, and it was absolute garbage. Absolute, I wouldn't say garbage, but it's playable. There's a lot of cutscenes that you can't hear, and there's a lot of things that are missing, and I mean a proper remaster, including in the ability to do the one thing that I miss. Is the health bar was maxed out to the complete maxed out. You could make CJ fat, thin, muscly. You can do that on the newer the Xbox 360 version, quote unquote. But that to me is not the remake. That's not the remake, not the remaster. We need a 2021 edition of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on PlayStation 5, on Xbox One, back with on the Xbox One, Xbox One X, and even the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox One X, you name it, Steam, you name it, it should be on there. Because you know, Grand Theft Auto 5 that takes place in San Andreas, so have that exact map into the 1999 version as well. So have the better, you can have the same. the location and HDness of Grand Theft Auto 5, you can have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Online, where you can play as the homies from Grove Street, and you can play as the Vargos, or you can play as the ballers, or any gang member, maybe even the Crash. You know, to play these different types of games, and none of the but I would make sure that it's traditional Grand Theft Auto. None of this flying cars shit. None of that type of bollocks. It's a remastered game, story, and maybe even online. That is what I would love to see. Just from... You can use all the previous lines from the original game. You can have that, or you can get Samuel Jackson to read the voice. You get all these celebrities to get together and have Rockstar, please, I'm begging you, give us a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas remaster, damn it. You know, I know you're busy trying to give us Red Dead Redemption 2 updates, and you're trying to focus on GTA 5 Online. Damn it! We deserve this. We deserve Grand Theft Auto San Andreas remastered, and that is my pick for my number one game that deserves a remake / remaster. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that is my top 5 games that deserve to be remade or remastered. I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2x15 on Xbox Live, and until next time for another video, goodbye! Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top.